I'm a gorgeous, sexy transgender woman. Now, if you're a man who is looking at me and worrying about how you might be gay because you think I'm hot, I've got some great news for you. You're not gay. You're just transphobic. So rest easy, transphobic dude bro. You're gonna be just fine. I have dabbled here and there in kinky stuff. I've recently discovered getting slapped in the face. I always knew I had an appreciation for the hand across the opposite end, but when I used to see women getting slapped in adult videos, I didn't like seeing it. I always thought it was really demeaning to them. But when a guy did it to me recently, I was shocked to discover that I really liked it. Let me clarify. I wasn't shocked this was something I'd enjoy. I was shocked to think this was something I wouldn't. I mean, it's totally demeaning.
Alright guys, so we got to talk about a woke transgender TikToker who seems to be flabbergasted about why straight men won't date transgender women. They clearly seem to be genuinely confused about what is the difference between a transgender woman and an actual real woman. And why is it that you claim that you accept trans women, however, you don't accept them enough to actually want to sleep with them? Again, this person seems to need an explanation for why straight men don't want to date him. So, without further ado, let's go ahead and roll the clip.
I believe that refusing to date transgender folks because they are transgender is a form of transphobia. However, I think there are different levels of transphobia. On a scale of 1 to 10, messing up someone's pronoun would be lower on the scale, while offenses closer to 10 would be deliberately using the wrong pronoun, or being Caitlyn Jenner. I personally would put refusal to date trans folks on the lower end of the transphobia scale. I just don't understand why folks can say that they accept trans women as women and then refuse to date them even though they're attracted to women. In my world, that's acceptance with an asterisk. It's like saying that insects are food or that Tucker Carlson is a human. Both are technically true, but...
Yeah, so again, this is just, it's just fascinating to me how these people are so obsessed with the fact that straight men don't want to date them. They're so hurt by it, okay? They claim that they're real women, but they can't figure out why in the world would a straight man not want to be with them, okay? So let's start off with this person claiming that there are men out there that claim that they accept trans women as women, but they don't want to date a trans woman like a real woman. Well, I'm going to tell you straight off the bat, I don't accept trans women as women, okay? I don't accept you as a real woman, okay? And that is why, I just wouldn't date you, is because you are not a real woman. And it doesn't help when, you as a transgender woman, you don't even want to have a conversation about your genitalia, as if you know that your genitalia, or, the fact that you change your genitalia definitely can be an issue. It's not normal. Again, this is why you have a problem with people asking you about it, is because you know that is not normal.
Please don't ask us trans folks about our genitalia. Just treat us like you would treat anyone else in the world. When you're at a cocktail party, you don't ask cis people about their junk? Yeah, tell me about it. Sometimes I get just so bored at these cocktail parties. So, tell me about your genitals. If you're out on a date, you wouldn't ask a cis person about their junk. Oh my god, yes, this place is seriously cute. Thank you so much for asking me out. I'm really excited about our date. However, I do need to ask you one quick question before we get started about your junk. I do need to know the specifics of its size and whether or not it's got... yes, I'll start with the calamari and then the endless breadsticks too. Why not? Anyway, does it go to the left or right? Does it, is it, and yeah, oh, perfect. I'll start with a side salad. Thank you. Ranch. Yes. Does it go to the right or left? As much detail as you can muster.
Yeah. If you are a straight man, right, and you're going out on a date with somebody that you suspect to be a man, right, for whatever reason you believe they might be a man, I think it is important to ask them about their genitalia, right? I think it is important to make sure that they're not. Now, again, if it's not an actual man, that could definitely go sideways, right? It's not an easy thing to finesse, but I'm just saying, you should be aware that straight men don't want to pull down your pants and then see a schlong, right? They don't want that, okay? Which is why they don't want to date a transgender woman, is because you don't have a vagina, right? And even if you got a man-made Barbie pouch, it's not the same, okay? It very well likely could, be a pus pouch. Who knows? I'm just saying, the way some of these transgender surgeries end up, you just don't know what you're getting down there, right? You really don't know. It's just like if you are gay, right? If you're gay, when you go to sleep with another man because you're interested in men, right? You like penises. You don't want to pull down the pants and see a vagina. Again, it's the same thing. It is just amazing to me how so-called sexual minorities or gender minorities, they can have whatever preference they want in regards to who they want to sleep with or who they want to date, but it can't be the majority. They can't have a preference. You can't have a preference. If you have a preference, then you're some type of phobe. Okay, I've never heard somebody call a gay person a heterophobe because they're not attracted to, straight people. Okay, or they're not attracted to people of the opposite sex. I've never heard them called a heterophobe. Right? I've never heard that. Again, why not? Again, so it's totally fine for these people to have whatever preference they want, but normal, regular people can't. Okay, and having a preference does not make you, again, some type of bigot. Now, if you want to call me a bigot for it, fine. Okay, I guess if I'm transphobic because, hey, I don't like penises, hey, it is what it is. I guess I'm transphobic if that's your definition, right? I'll rock the label transphobe, okay, proudly. If that's what it means. If it means that, hey, I don't like men that pretend to be women with penises, I am a proud transphobe, right? I'm okay with that, right? But in regards to acceptance of trans people, I don't accept you as a woman, but I accept that, hey, you're allowed to present yourself as a woman if you want to. Doesn't mean I have to acknowledge it. I don't think you should be in jail, right? I don't think that, you shouldn't have every right and freedom as everybody else in society, but I'm just not going to accept you as a woman. It is what it is, because you're not a real woman, period. And for the life of me, I really don't understand these people that are obsessed with the fact that there are certain groups of people that just don't want to date them for whatever reason, right? As a black man, I accept that there are going to be people, women, who say, I don't want to date him because he's black, right? Or I don't want to date him because he's not 6 foot tall, or for whatever reason. Doesn't matter what the reason is. There are going to be reasons why women say, I would never be with this guy for whatever reason. And I just have to accept it for what it is, right? I'm not going to boo-hoo, whine, and complain about it and be like, oh my God, those people are so bad. They're bigots, right? They're racist because they don't want to date black men. No, I'm just like, that's your preference. I have my preferences. You have your preferences, and that's fine, right? There's plenty of people out there in the world, right? There's so many people out there in the world. Apparently, this guy has found guys that are into this, that fetish, right? Who he's not straight if he's into that, will smack him around and do all this other stuff that they like to get done to him. And you need to be happy with that. Be happy with the pool of people that you do have that are willing to date you, because it's not that many of y'all, right? It ain't that many of y'all out here. So I don't know why y'all so pressed about straight men and why straight men don't want to date, trans women, when, again, it's not that many of y'all out here, right? But there are enough dudes. I'm pretty sure there are enough dudes that are into that, okay, where they'll be like, okay, I want to date, a dude that looked like a woman with a penis. Hey, there's a lot of dudes out there like that. They ain't straight, right? But there's a lot of guys out there like that, okay, who are into that type of fetish. And that's fine. That's totally okay. Stick with those people. Be happy with those people. Just like I'm going to be happy with my pool of women that accept me for who I am. You need to be happy with your pool of men who accept you for who you are, right? I really don't understand people, whether it be about the trans thing, whether it be about race or whatever. I don't understand people who, again, are so pressed about who, will date them and who wouldn't date them. Who cares? Everybody's going to be discriminated against when it comes to dating for whatever reason, and it doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter. People have the right to have a preference in regards to who they want to sleep with or who they want to spend the rest of their lives with. It's ridiculous. We shouldn't be forcing people or trying to guilt trip people into dating people that they don't want to date. But I will say this before I end this video. Make sure that you tell people about your penis, right? You need to tell people and have that conversation about your genitalia, because I do care about your life. I do care about your life. I want you to stay safe. I want you to live a long, prosperous life. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe, most importantly, share a Black conservative perspective. Peace.